Hey, ever find yourself scrolling through old Marvel clips and just stopping? Stopping on that one scene. The snap. The moment we lost Tony Stark, it still stings, right? But what if it didn't happen? What if, in some alternate timeline, Tony Stark survived? Let's just imagine that for a minute. So picture this. The dust is settling on the battlefield. Thanos is gone. But instead of a dying Tony, we see him being helped up by Rhodey and Peter Parker. He's battered, bruised. The gauntlet has seared his arm, but he's alive. The arc reactor in his chest is flickering, but it's holding. He made it. He's home. The first few years would be quiet, for Tony at least. He'd hang up the suit for real this time. His right arm would be permanently damaged, a constant painful reminder of his sacrifice. But he'd look at it, then look over at Pepper and a 5-year-old Morgan, and he'd know it was worth it. He'd finally get that quiet life he always joked about. He'd be a full-time dad, building Lego castles with Morgan in the living room, teaching her basic robotics, taking her to her first day of school. He'd finally truly get to rest. But we all know Tony Stark. Rest isn't really in his vocabulary. His mind never stops. He can't just sit on the sidelines while the world moves on. He'd pour his genius not into weapons, but into healing the world. Stark Industries would become the global leader in post-blip recovery. Think about it. Revolutionary medical tech to help those who returned with chronic illnesses. Advanced agricultural drones to solve the food shortages. And his biggest project, a planetary defense shield. A true suit of armor around the world, the one he envisioned back in the Ultron days, but this time done right. He'd work with Shuri, with Bruce Banner, with the brightest minds on Earth to create a system that would ensure no alien threat could ever reach the surface again. Earth would be a fortress. And what about the other heroes? His survival changes everything for them, too. Peter Parker wouldn't be adrift. He'd have his mentor. Tony would guide him, helping him navigate the impossible pressure of being Spider-Man. There'd be no Mysterio fiasco, no identity reveal, no multiversal chaos. Peter would get to be a kid, just a little bit longer, with Tony as his safety net. He'd also become the elder statesman of the Avengers. Not the active leader, but the benefactor, the strategist, the Q to their James Bond. He'd be funding their new facility, designing their gear, and chiming in on comms from his lake house with dry, witty advice. He'd be the anchor they lost. But there's always a but in these stories, isn't there? A world with a living Tony Stark might be safer, but it might also be stagnant. Would heroes like Sam Wilson have stepped up to become Captain America with Tony's shadow still looming so large? Would Wanda have been forced to confront her grief in the same way? Or would Tony have tried to fix her, potentially making things worse? Tony's genius was also his biggest flaw, his need to control, to solve every problem himself. His survival might have inadvertently stifled the growth of the next generation of heroes. They wouldn't have been forced to stand on their own. And then there's the ultimate question, the one that keeps me up at night. Kang the Multiversal War. Would Tony's planetary defense shield have been enough? Or would his very presence, his unparalleled intelligence, have made him Kang's #1 target? Imagine a final confrontation, not with an army but a battle of intellects. An aging Tony Stark, pulled out of retirement one last time, facing a being who controls time itself. It wouldn't be about a snap this time. It would be about outthinking the inevitable. Maybe Tony's death was the only way. His final sacrifice wasn't just about defeating Thanos. It was about passing the torch. It was about trusting the people he saved to continue the fight. It was the ultimate act of letting go. A beautiful, heartbreaking, perfect end to his story. But man, it's nice to imagine a world where he got to see his daughter grow up, isn't it? It's nice to imagine he finally got to rest. I love you 3000 always. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Love you 3000.